Because when the playoffs start, I don't play in the first round. I have a bye. So in reality, I'm going to give all my starters a 2-week rest.
It's week 18 of the 2027 season, and it's in the game. It's in the game. It's the Dolphins and the Texans, and it's coming up next on EA Sports. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side, you got guys making plans for the offseason, figuring out where they're going on vacation. Week 18 is a tricky thing around the league. A lot of division games, a lot of interesting matchups. And we're just wrapping up stage one of what is an unbelievable NFL season.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from Houston. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the one interception. I think today, get him off to a good start. Get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you, and find some easy layups to get this quarterback going. I think last week they weren't able to do it, and if they don't find early success today, I have a feeling the result might not be all that different.
And he's going to be taken down after a big second down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field.
Still second down.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. Finding room at midfield. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there. But not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Here we go.
To throw is Stroud. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 45-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards. Schultz is the motion man. Here's a give running left with Mixon. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll run for it with Mixon. And he's going to have a Texans first down and more. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2.
Here we go. Robbie. Hey.
They'll run here with Mixon. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Here's Tua to open with a throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down. Throwing is Tua. There's a throw right side. It'll be incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Wright out of the backfield. And it's going to be 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. That is caught by Washington. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A 28-yard gain.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. More from Houston coming up in a moment. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. They get the guard, Isaiah Wynn, that time.
Still 1st down.
Here's Tagovailoa. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. This has been bizarre. From 2nd and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, It makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
That's going to be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire. To the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Texans. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
Now the try for an extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now a stoppage here for an injured player. That's Jalen Waddle, who's in some discomfort. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Now Russ. He runs with it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage. Tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. And he'll get this up to the 44. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up third down. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And the numbers will show he's been one of the top quarterbacks in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yards. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. He's got the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And they will finally get him out of bounds, but not until he's near the 45-yard line. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Stroud. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. It is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Stroud. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Texans getting all set to punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Wilson under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to tuck it and go.
More of the same right here, and you can see the numbers. They're really starting to pile up for the quarterback, especially on the ground here in the first half, Mike. And when he takes off running, you can feel everyone kind of hold their breath, both in terms of him being electrifying, but also the fact that they want to make sure he's not taking any unnecessary shots.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Here's Jake Bailey now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Texans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
That's good for a Houston Texans.
Stroud going to set up to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Stroud. The ball comes out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Now, Stroud. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's Tommy Townsend now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane set to go to work once more. And you can see he leads the league in rushing coming into this final week. We'll see how involved they want him to be here in this regular season finale. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Now he'll run it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Wilson lines up in the pistol. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Wilson trying to get his guys to the line as quick as possible. He'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. He'll try to run for it. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Dolphins. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. So now this to get him back to even heading into the break. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will level things out at 7 apiece. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll kick things off with a rematch of Super Bowl 25. Buffalo making one of 2 visits to MetLife Stadium this year. This one to take on the New York Giants. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Amari Cooper, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Joe Burrow, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. and they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Breece Hall, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. You can see he enters the final week as the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. Up the sideline to the 40. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Here's Achane. Past midfield to the 45. The speed on display. He's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were...
Now Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Dolphins will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Texans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 32-yard line.
Ow, for tonight.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and
On the quick, right?
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Here's Stroud. A hit, and he has lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
He's got his man. That's Nico Collins.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Look wide. Get this one complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That'll be taken in by Mixon. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This one intercepted. Picked off by Kendall Fuller. Inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick six.
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. On the ground is H.A. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Once again, it's H.A. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. Here's H.A. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Texans' 5-yard line.
One more time, it's H.A. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Wilson. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And a good return here. He is out of bounds up past the 30.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Oh, ready?
On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
All right.
Stroud to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
All right.
To throw is Stroud. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This is taken at the 25. And he will dive into the end zone. One play, 75 yards. Touchdown, Miami. And they get the great bonus of scoring on special teams, this time the punt return unit. able to put 6 up on the board.
And what we see here, Mike, is just a breakdown in the coverage. They talk all week about fanning the field, controlling the returner, keeping them on your inside arm. In this case, 2 guys get stacked behind each other. They leave just enough space for this returner to operate in, and the next thing you know, they're looking at him in the end zone.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will take a 21-7 lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Greg, sitting up here with you. This is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's...
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Stroud to the left side into the hands of Collins.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Down.
Back to throw, Stroud. That's caught downfield by Diggs. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back? This one interesting.
Now a big spot here for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stroud. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. On the return, Malik Washington. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They go play action with Wilson. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
A run up the middle with Achane. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. Good blocking to the 15. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Here we go. Tonight.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a give to Achane. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. On 2nd down, Russ. He'll tuck it and take off.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Achane. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board.
Still 3rd down.
So now after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. Now Russ. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. So on 4th down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This one from 52 yards away. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Texans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll drop to throw. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. That's complete to Diggs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Stroud to throw here on first down. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Schultz. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
On the quick, right?
Here's Stroud. Back to the outside. He's got Diggs. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Stroud connects with Collins. And it's a first down for Houston. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now, Stroud. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. Now, 2nd and inches. Stroud going to set up to throw. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stroud. This one caught at the 4. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. They finished the season on a high note. So now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
I caught you red-handed. Red lips on some that ain't mine. I should call it off of where we're standing. Cause girl, you and I don't wanna waste my time. Looking in your eyes, baby, I don't even see you. Running around like you don't even wanna be. I know the story, baby, I wanna confess you. I got one question, what would you do to you? Would you love you, would you leave you out to dry? Don't mind and tell me, baby, would you drive you crazy? What would you do? What would you do to you? Knowing you set the whole damn house on fire. Knowing you wouldn't let you make it out alive. For you blame me, tell me that you hate me. What would you do? What would you do to you? And tell me honestly, if you practiced honesty, would you tell the world that you're everything I thought you'd be? Would you take you back? Would you cut you loose? If you were wearing these boots, baby, what would you do to you? Would you love you? Would you leave you out to dry? Would you lie and say that running don't cross your mind? And tell me, baby, would you drive you crazy? What would you do? What would you do to you? Knowing you set the whole damn house on fire. Knowing you wouldn't let you make it out alive. For you blame me, tell me that you hate me. What would you do? What would you do to you? Looking in your eyes, baby, I don't even see you. Running around like you don't even wanna be. I know the story, baby, I wanna confess you. I got one question, what would you do to you? Would you love you, would you leave you out to dry? Would you lie and say that running don't cross your mind? And tell me, baby, would you drive you crazy? What would you do? What would you do to you? Knowing you set the whole damn house on fire. Knowing you wouldn't let you make it out alive. For you blame me, tell me that you hate me. What would you do? What would you do to you?
I said, okay, okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout. Get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat. I had to scoot her. She was at her knees. I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like okay, loser. Yeah, okay, loser. I ain't out on my lonesome. They want me to loan some. I made a fortune. They can't let that go none. I'm doing so much that costs a shoulder. I don't blow it all on a VVS boulder. I put the verse in the Achi. I put the girl in the top teeth. Rock on my hand, make the rock wanna flock to the stands, cause my op always watching. I said, okay, okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout. Get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat. I had to scoot her. She was at her knees. I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like okay, loser. Okay, loser. And I say loser, loser, loser. Why the always coming out the woodwork? Don't know why she mad, cause ain't nothing I did to her. She just out here plotting on my, I call her steward. She the lowest, she so down and out of sewer. Growed up, back your age, you immature. Maybe one day you gon' create some allure. Maybe one day you'll be great and go on tour. Like me, hey, okay, okay, loser. We go way, way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout. Get your hand up out